Hi. Ooh. I'm Valerie Sherry. I'm a fourth-year grad student studying architecture at the University of Maryland, and I began my UIF career in the fall of 2013. So 4 years ago, I thought about applying to graduate school in architecture because I wanted to make a social change, such as designing tiny homes to address homelessness, rethinking infrastructures for food security, and redesigning urban learning spaces. If you had told me 4 years ago that I'd be teaching innovation processes in over 30 courses alongside a senior VP in the Provost's office, I'd be like, you're crazy. But this is Dean Chang, and he is a senior VP in the Provost's office, and I get to collaborate with him every day, and he actually listens to me. It's pretty cool. And together we co-teach in another professor's gen ed course called Do Good Now, which is open to all disciplines and listed under multiple department listings. So you might not have known this, unassuming, but I'm a secret agent and a stealth ninja, and I've literally infiltrated the system. And I could not have done this without the UIF group building my confidence. So with my partners at the Academy for Innovation, we have the goal to infuse innovation and entrepreneurship into the curriculum so that all 37,000 students at Maryland have access to it. How did we get here? It has been a long road. I've gotten shut down so many times, but the coolest part about this process is seeing grassroots movements and the need and importance of student-run initiatives gain traction on campus. So this is a map of our campus, circa 2013. As a UIF, I started looking at the resources that a lot of them were celebrated, but mostly targeted business and engineering students, and I wanted to figure out why. So I went out and interviewed over 700 students and faculty. And what I realized after doing that was that language plays a huge role. The language we use to market certain resources directly affects, one, whether a student knows about the resource, and two, whether they consider it something open for them to engage in. So when I talk to physics students about creativity workshops, they cringe. But most of them also, when I said analytical, they'd be like, yeah, I'm in. Whereas architecture students, I'd say, hey, come to this entrepreneurship symposium. They'd be like, well, I don't need to learn how to start a business. So I began to realize the importance of inclusive language to bring diverse perspectives to the table and find common ground. So with that feedback, we started operating under a prototyping mindset. And just like in architecture, we rapidly explore ideas through sketching and prototyping. Picasso did that in the art world. As a traditionally trained artist, he began to abstract images over iterations in order to find its purest, most efficient form. Apple also did this in the tech world, and they did this by iterating their mouse prototype to find the most essential form and function for their product. So this prototyping mindset, this is something that we've also applied to education and learning experience. By prototyping and designing different pop-up events, curriculum, and workshops in order to see which things target a broader audience of students. So a lot of people are excited about this, but we also found that undergraduates are overloaded with the requirements that they have, and faculty also experience that overload. So we ran a faculty workshop and invited them to help us explore how to infuse innovation into all of their courses, and realized we could bring pop-up courses to them, and by serving as teaching partners, we can help alleviate some of that overload. So I was initially a lone UIF on my campus, like some of you may be, but then I gained two partners in crime, and together we rocked. We totally did more things than I could ever imagine doing alone. And together we ran a UMD regional meetup, bringing together UIFs from across the region to share perspectives. So what I want you to remember, know your customer's terminology, know the importance of language as a mechanism for inclusion or accidental exclusion. And then two, we really need to bridge both institutional buy-in with grassroots prototyping mindset. So we're not lone UIS. We actually are this very powerful community of change agents that we can rely on each other and share ideas and exchange strategies to navigate our respective institutions. So though the road may not be paved directly for us, we can operate using a prototyping mindset and a bias toward action so we can paint some of these paths before we pave them, and then together we can create better routes to change the world as a UIF community. Thank you.